Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ, and a most warm welcome to all of you joining us for this live broadcast today on the 15th Sunday of Ordinary Time, the 16th Sunday, where we're joining you here from St. Peter's Square. Pope Francis will be coming to this window we see right now, and he will greet us before praying the traditional noonday Angelus. Before that, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you joining us today from wherever around the world or whatever time of the day or evening or night you may be tuning in. We have some tuning in through the various Vatican media channels, the Vatican Audio Live Events app, the Radio Vaticana app, our Vatican News web portal, and our English YouTube channel, or our Facebook Live feed. Some of you tuning in through television, a warm welcome to all of our television viewers out there. Some tuning in through Catholic TV, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom World TV in India, EWTN, Shalom World TV, and at Madarshan TV. And we have a lot of radio listeners out there as well. Welcome to all of you, especially those tuning in through Luminous Radio and Radio Maria, Papua New Guinea, but we know many more of you are out there tuning in through local radio broadcasts. My name is Sister Bernadette, and it is a pleasure for me to provide today's translations and commentary. Last week, our Holy Father provided this Angelus from the Gemelli Hospital, where he was recovering after colon surgery. He did go home on Wednesday, and so he's been back home less than a week. So we'll be seeing him shortly. He sent out a tweet the day that he was released from the hospital saying, "I thank all those who have been close to me with prayer and affection during my hospital stay." And he said, "Let us not forget to pray for the sick and for those who assist them." And then before returning to the Vatican, he did stop at the Basilica of St. Mary Major. As we know, he goes there before and after every apostolic trip. On this occasion, he spent some moments in prayer before the famous and old ancient icon of Mary, Salus Populi Romani, as it is called. And he offered a prayer for the sick and expressed his gratitude for the success of the surgery that he underwent. And then shortly after noon on Wednesday, he did return to Casa Santa Marta, and here we see him coming to the window. And we await his words now. Dear brothers and sisters, buongiorno, good day. Jesus' attitude that we observe in the Gospel of today's liturgy helps us to grasp two important aspects of life. The first is rest. The apostles returned from the labors of the mission and enthusiastically begin to relate everything they had done. And Jesus tenderly directs this invitation to the apostles: come away by yourselves to a lonely place and rest a while. He invites them to rest. In so doing, Jesus gives us a valuable teaching. Even though he rejoices on seeing his disciples' happiness due to the wonders of their preaching, he does not spend time giving them compliments or asking questions. Rather, he is concerned about their physical and interior tiredness. And why does he do this? Because He wants to make them aware of a danger that is always lurking there for us too. The danger to always be caught up in the frenzy of doing things, to fall into the trap of activism, where the most important thing are the results that we obtain and the feeling of being absolute protagonists. How many times this happens in the church? We are busy. We run around. We think that everything depends on us, and in the end, we risk neglecting Jesus. We're always at the center. This is why he invites his disciples to rest a bit with him on their own. It's not only physical rest, but also rest for the heart. For it is not enough to unplug ourselves. We need to truly rest. And how do we do this? To do so, we must return to the heart of things, to stop, to remain in silence, to pray. So as not to project the frenzy of work onto moments of relaxation. Jesus did not neglect the needs of the crowd, but each day, before anything else, he would withdraw in prayer, in silence, in intimacy with the Father. His tender invitation to rest a while should accompany us. Let us be aware of efficiency. Let us put a halt to the frantic running around dictated by our agendas. Let us learn how to take a break, to turn off the mobile phone, to contemplate nature, to regenerate ourselves in dialogue with God. Nonetheless, the Gospel tells us that Jesus and his disciples could not rest as they had wished. The people find them and flock to them from all sides, at which point the Lord is moved with compassion. This is the second aspect, compassion, which is God's style. God's style is to draw near, compassion, and tenderness. How many times in the Gospel and the Bible we find this phrase, he had compassion. Moved, Jesus dedicates himself to the people and begins to teach again. This seems to be a contradiction, but in reality it is not. In fact, only a heart that does not allow itself to be taken over by hastiness is capable of being moved. That is, of not allowing itself to be caught up in itself and by things to do, and is aware of others, of their wounds, their needs. Compassion is born from contemplation. If we learn to truly rest, we become capable of true compassion. If we cultivate a contemplative outlook, we will carry out our activities without that rapacious attitude of those who want to possess and consume everything. If we stay in touch with the Lord and do not anesthetize the deepest part of ourselves, the things to do will not have the power to cause us to run out of breath or devour us. We need, and listen to this, we need an ecology of the heart that is made up of rest, contemplation, and compassion. Let us take advantage of the summertime for this. It will help us a lot. And now, let us pray to the Madonna who cultivated silence, prayer, and contemplation, and who is always moved with tender compassion for us, her children.
Et concepit de Spiritu Sancto.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitrix.
Ut igne ficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Gratiam Tua, in questum Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, uc angelo annunziante, Christi Filii Tui incarnationem coniovimus, per passionem eius et crucem, a resurrectionis gloriam perducamus, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defuntis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua luceat eis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
Amen.
The crowd responding as we see many signs, banners today, flags from various countries. We await some more words, dear brothers and sisters. I express my nearness to the population of Germany, Belgium, Holland, the Netherlands, hit by the floods. May the Lord welcome the deceased and comfort the families and sustain those who are helping those who have experienced great damage. And unfortunately, news is reaching us of violence that have aggravated the situation of many of our brothers and sisters in South Africa already affected by economic and health problems because of the pandemic. United to the bishops of the country, I appeal to all those who are responsible that they might work for peace and that they might collaborate with the authorities in order to provide assistance to those in need. And let us not forget the desire that guided the people of South Africa to be reborn in harmony among all of its children. I'm also near to the dear population of Cuba in this moment. In this difficult moment, in particular to the families who are suffering the most. I pray to the Lord that He might help them to construct peace, dialogue, and solidarity. A society always more just and fraternal. I exhort all Cubans to entrust themselves to the maternal intercession of the Virgin Mary of Charity of Cobre. May she accompany them in this journey. I greet The numerous young people present, in particular the groups of the Oratory, Saint Anthony of Nova Scilli, of the parish Mary, Queen of All Saints in Parma, of the parish Sacred Heart in Brescia, and the Oratory Don Bosco, or Saint John Bosco of San Severo. Dear young people, a blessed journey on the journey of the gospel. I greet the novices of the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, also known as the Salesian Sisters, faithful and the faithful, and he named a few other places in Italy. I want to heartfeltly greeting to the young people who have come from Puglia, who are connected with us through television. And to all of you, I enjoy your Sunday. Please do not forget to pray for me. Enjoy your lunch, and arrivederci. We'll see each other again. Our Holy Father finishing his Angelus message this first Sunday after his release from the hospital, which now brings this live broadcast from St. Peter's Square to an end after the recitation of the Noon Angelus with Pope Francis on this 16th Sunday in Ordinary Time. I invite you to visit the Vatican News web portal, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts, where you will find complete coverage of today's Angelus, as well as other Vatican and world news. We will be back next Sunday at this same time for the Pope's Angelus message. On behalf of Vatican Media, I wish to thank all of the technicians who've made this broadcast possible, especially Adriano Vitelli, who is our audio technician, and to all of you for joining us on this beautiful day. Laudetur Jesus Christus, praised be Jesus Christ.